Hey, my troll fam, welcome back to the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why do we call it that? The crazy just enjoying doing videos, enjoying whatever else it is you watch here on YouTube. And if you do videos, knowing it's okay to let your authentic self shine through. Why the troll part? Troll here is a good thing. Troll means not caring too much about the beauty community standards. I feel like I'm yelling. I am so friggin' excited about this video y'all about to see. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Watching beauty related content, we hear you have to use this, you have to use that, you have to use this brand, this tool, this technique if you want your makeup to be elevated, if you want your makeup to look whatever. No, you don't. If they want to say we're a troll because we wear what we want, how we want, we apply it with whatever tools we want to, then hell yeah, we'll be a troll. I do curse on my channel sometimes. I didn't get to that part of the intro yet, so please excuse me. I'm super excited that I say that. So if that makes us a troll because we do our own thing and we know we look good in whatever we put on, then yeah, we will be a troll. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, y'all, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Why am I excited about this video? I know I'm yelling, but I'm using my inside yelling voice. We're going to do 4 palettes, 4 looks, all notoriously morbid. We're rolling back around to the Polter-Guys, using the shadows that we did not use in the first look. Y'all, we learning here. And then some kind of haunted. And there were 3 shades we didn't use in the second look, but then we rolled back around and we did a thing. We did another look, y'all, Bog Witch, oh my Lord. I am speechless. The last look, we brought in the oldie but goodie, Beam and Booty Mothman palette, and we actually paired this with the 3 shades from some kind of haunted that we had not used. But by the end of this video, we've used Mothman quite a few times, every shade in here quite a few times. But we will have used every shade in Bog Witch. We will have used every shade in some kind of haunted. We will have used every shade in the Polter-Guys. And so that's what we do here. We get a palette and we run through it because we're going to use what we got. We're going to get our money's worth out of our stuff. So hang tight. This is the last look that you will see. But yeah, you see from the time, it is a long video. There are timestamps. If you don't want to watch each entire clip, you can go to, like for the first look, you can skip to, and I do hope you stay and watch, but in case you don't want to, there is an option to skip. Skip to the second look and then just rewind a little bit to see the finished first look. For the second look, you can skip to the third look and rewind a little bit to see the finished second look. So that's an option for you. I do wrap up kind of at the end. I didn't do like my overall second impressions of the 3 newest palettes, the Polter-Guys, some kind of haunted, and Bog Witch. And I think I'm just going to do that in a quick short video somewhere else. Yeah, I did say short, which means it'll probably be like 30 minutes. But anyway, let's get to this video. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of information down below. Feel free to check things out, playlists, all of that stuff. So let's just get into it. YouTube today, I don't know what today's date is. We're going to start with Candy Cane. I want to say January 25th, but I'm not really sure. I am not really sure. The face is done. We tried a new highlighter today, and I am really digging it. This eye is already tearing. We're going to do the second look with our newest Notoriously Morbid palettes, and this one is the Polter-Guys. And for each of these palettes, my lid's already primed. For each of these palettes, we're going to use the shades that we did not use the first time. And so I have brushes laid out. We're going to try to move quick because we got a lot to do. So we're going to take Leatherface, which is this shade here, and we're going to use the Esom V27, and that's going to go on the first part of the lid. Oh, wow. 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 There is a shadow right here, and I apologize. I don't know what to do. It's still going to be there, I'm sure. Me moving that lamp is not going to make a difference. Did it make a difference? And here, no. I don't know what to do. Maybe if I move this light over, is that going to make a difference? Maybe that did. I don't know. So I'm still trying. I'm trying to work it out because I don't have space to get like another ring light to put behind my current lights. So this is what we're looking like so far, and I'm digging it. Thank you for bearing with me through the not so good lighting, and just know I'm doing the best I can with what I got. That shade did give me a little bit of fallout, and it's not wanting to wipe away. So we're going to take, I probably should wait until I'm done. We're going to take a lipstick applicator because I can just pick where I see where some of the flakes are. I would say I'll look at the mirror in here, but there's not a mirror in this palette, so I'm looking at in the mirror down here. In between taking off what I'm seeing, I am tapping this on my microfiber cloth down here, and there is quite a bit of fallout on the cloth down here. So now we're going to use Fenty 230 brushes. They are clean, they're stained. If I can, I know I can get the stain out depending on how much work I want to put into it, but I had 3 days worth of brushes to wash, and I was just like, we're just going to get them clean. Now we're going to take Ghostface. This is going to go in the center of the lid, and I don't remember what it looked like. This eye is already tearing. I don't remember if it's like more gray or black. Ooh. I did coat both sides of the brush. It's like a bluish gray, or like a grayish blue, or that's pretty. I'm going to sweep in between. I don't want to lose the pink. I'm going to go to the pink and pull over. And we're going to leave that like that. Oh my gosh. I like this. It is so exciting for me when I don't know what it's going to look like. And just putting it on, and then it's like, that's cute. And so we're going to sweep lightly in between, and we're going to go to the pink and pull over. So it's just the inner part that's going to stay pinkish. These apply so smooth. Do we have a shade for, yeah, we do have a shade for under our brow, but we are just blending with the tip of the brush up here. Wow. Y'all, I like this. Oh my gosh, look how easy this is. Let me shut up and keep going because we got a lot to do. And now we're going to take a clean one, stained, and we're going to take Billy, because I don't remember what that looks like either, but it's going to be gray or something. We're going to find out right now. And I am just swiping across the shadow. Like, I'm not trying to not get, oh, there's quite a bit of tap off, and it looks like it's going to be black, or at least a black and gray. Oh, damn. These shades blend in together. That ain't fun. That is not, excuse me for smacking my teeth. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. I thought it was going to be more black. Excuse me for smacking my teeth. I'm not disgusted. I'm just like really, seriously. So Billy and Ghostface, they're twins. And this is Ghostface, and this is Billy. And so this Billy does have some red in it, and so I thought it was going to pull more black. But then the majority of it is white, where this does look like a gray. This doesn't look like a gray. I don't know. But, you know, it's pretty, though. But I wanted it to be darker. But, you know what? I'm going to have to remember. I'm going to make a note so that I will remember what these shadows look like. Or not, and just always be surprised and be like, damn it, they look the same. Now we're going to take Pennywise. Because I'm thinking it's going to either be pink or white. I don't know. This is very... Actually, Troll, get it together, okay? I was tapping, but we're going to swirl because we're just going to see what the colors are going to do. Because when I did the swatch, it's like, I don't remember. So we're going to tap up here, and there is enough for both sides. Excuse me. And it is a pinky type shade, and it looks pretty with this look. I like this. I'm going back in with Pennywise, and I did do the swirl again. I like this. I do. But what we're going to do still, We're going to take more of Leatherface, and we're going to pull that over. And I don't really want to mess with Leatherface because it's flaky, and I'm going to get more fallout. But I'm pulling this over. I just want more than just a hint of pink and a bunch of gray on the lid. This is pretty though. I do like this look. And the way this is blending into the gray, like right here, that's cute. I like that. So we're doing the same thing over here. We're just taking it further over. And we are tapping off, and it's a lot of fallout on my microfiber cloth and on the paper that I have here with my notes on it on what's going where. Because earlier this morning I sat and was like, what are we going to put where? That really did just blend in, which is nice. You can see the pink, but the blend, that's nice. That's nice. We're going to put that down. I got like a lot of fallout. What's surprising me lately is when I used to spray my face with the Scandinavia spray, when I would get fallout, it would just wipe away. But I'm noticing lately it's not, and my realization is it depends on the eyeshadow, like which brand or whatever, because sometimes it does just wipe off, but Notoriously Morbid is here to stay, y'all. We're going to take two Fenty 220 brushes, and we're going to, something is in this eye. Oh, lower lash line, NYX retractable eyeliner in gray. And on my inner rims, upper and lower, NYX retractable eyeliner in deep blue. So we're going to take right now Candyman on the first half of our lower lash line. I remember, oh yeah, this is another flaky shade. It's flaky, but it stays in the pan. But when you start to swipe it, yeah, the honey flows from Candyman. This is nice. So I'm careful that it doesn't puff up. That looks nice with the gray. I'm trying to be careful that it doesn't puff up into my eyes, because sometimes when I do lower lash line, it does that. So what I'm doing is I'm swiping, turning the brush and swiping, and then I'm patting down where the shadow flaked up. And it does stay in the pan. It's not messy. But if you just swipe and go without patting it, I do think it might be messy. Or like if you close up the palette, next time you open it, it might be flakes through the rest of the palette. But I haven't noticed that with this. And sometimes, like I store them this way, and sometimes they'll, fall this way, or they'll knock forward because of how they're stored, and the shadows stay put. The palette is not messy at all. We're going to take the clean one, and we're going to go into Spalding on the second half of our lower lash line. We're at 9 minutes right now. And I am swiping straight down, like through all of the shades. And this is going to go over here and over here. This is a deep shade. I need to put this on a lid one day because y'all know I want smoke. You know what? I'm thinking I should put some here, but I'm wondering, like, do I want to do that for this video? And I think so, even though I do like the look. I like this. Oh my gosh. We're going to take the brush that we use for who is that? Pennywise. We're not adding shadow on the brush, but we're just going to buff under here just in case there are any loose flakes, and to just buff out. Sometimes this is just habit. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. I want to take another stained Fenty 230, and we are going to go into Spalding. I like the look though. So I am swiping all the way down, and then I'm going back and swiping this way. Okay, let's see. We're only going to put, oh yeah, just a little bit. This I'm excited. This is exciting. This is giving me like, oh, wow. This is giving me what I want. And we only put a little bit. We did not go back in. And you saw we swiped one way and then just swiped back the other way. Even though I like dark and grungy, I didn't want to like overdo it, because I am just trying things right now. But this look will make it that we've used every shade in this palette once. Yeah, once. Y'all, I am digging this. Oh my gosh, we're just blending right here. And we're going to, these shadows were, oh my gosh. These shadows work so friggin' well. My station is messy. Where can I put this? This is tearing under here. It was tearing before I started. We're gonna take Inglot, the red one, because we're gonna be funky, and we could use a black or brown or brown. But no, we're gonna be funky. This is number 79, and we're going to take our MAC. You want to hear a clink? I'm gonna put brushes, the dirty brushes, in a dirty brush container. A MAC 210, excuse me for that sniff, and we're going to go into the Inglot. I'm really liking the Inglot, even though, because I was trying to decide. I know I just switched sentences. I was trying to decide on when MAC has another, not MAC, Melt Cosmetics has another 50% off. So would I buy some more of their gel liners? And what I realized is, even though I think I would still get the green. But knowing that they are only going to last me about a year before they dry out. This is a smaller container though, so I do feel better about this because I would use more of it. However, I'm not upset that I paid $11 for the melt liners because they were half off. And I did use them, throughout that year, or it was close to a year that I had them. So I don't feel like it was a waste of money. I don't know if I had paid full price, if I would feel like, okay, that was a waste. Price-wise, it's about the same. The Inglot ones on Amazon, the price varies according to color, but they're between $14 and $18, I want to say. So price-wise, they're about the same. I haven't looked at, and I should look at. I'll put somewhere over here what the weight difference is to see, like, okay, am I getting more with the melt? But then does it matter if the majority of it ends up trashed? I did order Line, but it never shipped. And I received an email from Amazon, like, if you don't have it by such and such day, you can request, a refund, and they'll cancel your order and refund me, and they did. And I was hesitant to even try the Line because I'm like, what if it irritates my lids? But then it never came. My accidental swoosh thing is showing off. So I said, I'm not going to force it. We're going to put on, this is nice, Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, hella thick Fenty mascara. We're going to pick out a lip. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll come back. This is the look we have, y'all. I am so freaking excited. So the lip, we did number 52, Dark Purple Sephora Collection Cream Stained Liquid Lipstick, and we topped it with Notoriously Morbid. This was a free gift with purchase, and this is a liquid lipstick, and it says, I'm liking your style. Look at, I wanted to do a bold lip, well, because y'all know I love a bold lip, but just to bring more color to the overall look. I am digging this. I'm digging the new highlighter I'm trying. Troll did the damn thing. Hang tight and you will see me. Let me sit here so you can see the picture of the complete look. The completed look, the complete look, the finished look, the look that we just did, that we just finished. I am so hell excited. This is bomb. I like, yes, okay. Putting Spalding on the outer corner, that just gave a little more depth, because I was kind of like, why do Leatherface and who was that? Ghostface look the same? No, it was Billy. Billy and Ghostface look the same. But we know we can deepen it with Spalding or any of the other shades. And here, let's look at it one more time. I'm not going to take up too much time because we got other stuff to do. But we could have even deepened it with this. I remember this came out in dark as well. And maybe even this one, not really sure if it was more blue than gray, but it was still kind of blend in with Billy and Ghostface. But we know we can deepen outer corner with this, and this definitely. So I am just super excited. I love this look. I am loving this lippy. I'm liking your style. And we're going to go. Hang tight, and you'll see me in a moment or two with another palette, another look. Hey, my trolls. We're using Pumpkin Pie Chapstick. Today is January 26th. So that means yesterday really was the 25th. And I remember starting the video like, I don't know what today's date is. But we have everything pulled out. We have, we're ready to go. I'm going to try and move quick. And I know I always say that, y'all. I'm old. I'm slow. I know. Lower lash line and upper and lower inner rims is Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner. Waterproof. And this one is Lavender Matte. So that's what we have under here. We're using some kind of haunted. And we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades out of here, which will leave us 3 shades to use. And the 3 that we will be left to use is this one, this, and this. This is a MAC shadow, excuse me. So we'll have to use this one, and this one for the next look. Depending on how long this video is, we will roll back around to it. I remember, well, let's just get into this one. So we're taking Kiss of Klimt, which is a MAC shadow that we use to replace the topper that was not a color. And that's going to go on the inner portion of our lid. And so that's all we're going to do with that. Okay. This is a light shade, and I knew that it was a light shade. So we're still doing our inward to outward light to dark look. I'm not liking these shadows. I might need to go back to turning on, excuse me for smacking, the track lights. I do like how I look like I'm more here, though, with it dim in the back. And it doesn't really blow out the shadows too much. But, yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. So now we're going to take Unfinished Business, which is this shade right here. That was a Fenty 230. This is an Esom V27. And maybe what I'll start doing is just putting over here somewhere what the brush is. But, oh, this one is soft. I forgot this one was soft. I swiped it and it moved in the pan. So I am tapping off. Ooh, quite a bit tapped off. But that would be more editing. So, yeah, this shadow is powdery. This palette is interesting. This palette is very interesting. And I remember when I was saying about that red shade, that it doesn't move in the pan, and it doesn't. But I have a label here with what the shadows are, and this is that red shade. So all it does is just end up here, which is not an issue. But it's not messy in the pan, in the palette, which is good. This is a dual chrome, so I am seeing some lavender. I am seeing some blue, if that is what that is. I'm horrible at describing colors. I did look up the shadows from the previous look, and so some of them say it's like a silver, cornflower blue, such and such, and they are dual chromes just by nature of the shadow because they're mixed with other colors, but they did just all kind of show up grayish on me. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. This one you can see the flip. So you're seeing like the purple here and you're seeing the blue here. Here you're seeing the blue, now you're seeing the purple. And so there are nuances even with the other palette, but I think it'll depend on what I put it next to and after I use them and really like get down and dig into the shadows. Next we're going to take Departed, which is this shade here. And we're taking Hourglass number 3. That one I do know about. These shadows, I'm swiping it and they're like puffing up in the pan. I have forgotten how soft these are. Not as soft, and a lot is tapping off. Not as soft as the 2 that crumbled, but these shadows are soft. And it may be the brushes I'm using. Surprisingly though, when I used them, when I did the swatches using the sponge tip applicator, I don't remember them being this soft. Yeah, so I don't know what this is reminding me of. These two next to each other, it's reminding me of Nocturnal Nirvana Quad from Pat McGrath. The way these 2 shades are mixing together, and even though they don't need to be blended, we're going to blend because it's just a habit. But just the way that they're showing up, oh, it's pretty. It surprises me when I look up and I'm just like, oh, like that's really nice. So that's all we're going to do with that. I'm seeing a little bit of fallout under here, but not much. So we're going to keep it moving. We're going to take Shadow Figure. Wait a minute, did I mess up? Oh, no, we didn't. So that was Departed. Now we're taking Shadow Figure, and this is going to go on the outer portion of our lid. This one is not as powdery as the other 2, or maybe because I'm more so patting versus swiping. No, actually, because I'm swiping and it's not puffing up. So even though I like the, even though I like how they're showing up and how they perform, I'm trying to decide how I feel about the previous palette with some of the shades looking all gray on me. And so I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I'm going to use them over a base just to see if that pulls out one of the shifts or one of the other colors. But again, I do think it's what I put it next to is what I think. I'm trying to get this to look like this, and it's not working. So we're just going to just do that, and then we're going to come back over here, and we're just going to do that. Oh, this is traveling. I did not mean for that to do that, but since it did, we're going to do it over here. Oh my gosh, I had such a good laugh today. This shadow's giving me fallout. Someone, actually, my video aired today of the 3 looks, the first 3 looks I did with each of these palettes. And someone commented, and you'll know who you are, so thank you so much. She says she's still trying to get the Booty Crack Mothman palette because of me. And I'm like, not the booty crack. I'm like, oh my gosh. But that made me laugh so hard and so long. Oh my gosh. This is looking darker to me, and I don't know if it's the lighting or what. And I don't want to go back and add more over here. I'm liking how this gradient and how they're all blending together. I don't want to add more because I'm not sure if it's just the lighting or not. Part of me does want to just add a little bit more, but I need to be strategic because if it gets really dark where I don't want it to be dark, then I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I messed up the look. Oh no, here we go. So I'm just going to stay right here. I don't know what lip or eyeliner we're going to use. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. I like how this tapers. We're just going to leave this side. Sometimes with me, it just is what it is. And so I'm not going to try too hard. What else are we going to do? And now we're going to take a Fenty 220 and we're going to go into Next Phase. Next Phase is this shade. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. I like that this is colorful, more so than the monochromatic-ish type looks that we have been doing, even though those looks were pretty too. I also wondered if part of my excitement was just because it's still a new to me palette, or was it really like this is really that good? And so that's what I'm trying to figure out too, because I don't like lighter looks, and the looks that I've been doing were like the lighter looks, and they were very pretty, but I'm wondering like how long is it going to excite me? What I think is going to encourage me to do is to do something different, to not get those light looks, you know what I'm saying? And so in that sense, it'll still be exciting just to see what else I can do with it. And if I do also, this is what right here, start putting them over shadow bases. This is nice. I want to take this and we're going to bring this over here, just straight out, as straight as I can, and hopefully not do an accidental swoosh. This is turning out darker here, and I think it's lighter here because we had that light lavender under there, because this is a dark shade. That's this shade. So it is dark, and it's showing up over here dark. So this may be something for another time for like my outer corner area. And so I'm doing this because we're going to do like a triple wing, or at least a double wing. Our upper lash line liner is going to be on top of this. And so it'll at least be a double wing. So we're very much still just playing. I don't really see fallout. It doesn't mean that it's not there. So we're going to, that is it for the shadows. Kiss of Klimt was a little powdery, and I think it's to where I went in with it because I don't remember it being powdery. So we're going to figure out a liner for upper lash line, Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, Hella Thick Mascara. Both of these want to be done, and I'm like, no, you're not going to be. We're going to do that. We're going to figure out a lip, and then we'll come back. This is our finished look, y'all. For the lip, we used the Sephora Collection Cream Lip Stain Liquid Lipstick number 52 Dark Purple, just to bring more color to the look. Upper lash line, we use Inglot number, I'm trying to open it, number 87, and that is it. I did go back with the brush with no shadow on it and did some blending up top, and what that did was it dragged over that dark outer corner color, but I am really digging it. I'm excited about this look. Let me know what you think. Hang tight, you'll see me for the second look with Bog Witch. Okay, today is, oh, why do I do that? This is Vanilla Mint Chapstick. I know what today is if I look on my notes from yesterday. Today is January 27th. I did something that I don't ever do because it doesn't look right on me. I messed around and put highlighter on my nose. You see this, right? I'm like friggin' Rudolph. So then I put bronzer on top of it, and that just made the bronzer look shiny. So now my nose look burnt. So that's what's going on with the face. We're going to do our second look with the Bog Witch palette. Y'all, ooh. We're going to use three of the shades, two of the shades we didn't use last time, but I'll show you what they are as we are using them. I am so excited about this palette. We're going to take, oh, we only didn't use Peat Moss, this shade here, and this one, which is Swamp Flower. And we're going to come back to Swamp Flower another day on the lid. Today it's just going on lower lash line. So we're still doing the grunge thing here, and the smoky and the swamp water. I love it. Okay, let me get to it. We're going to take Wetlands Willow, this shade here, and that's going to go on the inner portion of the lid. Y'all, I love this palette, and as of right now, this is my favorite of the three, because this is my vibe. This is swampy, murky, messy grunge. And it's easy to work with because all the shadows in here, they just go on. You saw how the other shadows worked, and they did go on. This is this dark down here. I'm wondering like if I'm going to need to just start turning those track lights back on. But you saw how that one red shade, it went on, but I had to put some effort into it. This one, this palette, even though it's a lot less shades, it on top of it being my vibe. And the other ones, I'm sure I am going to be able to get some, you know, gothy looks out of it. But this right here, though. Now we're going to take Muck and Mire, which is this shade here. And that's going to go on the center of the lid. But this one, it just automatically gives me one of my vibes. But I am still excited about the other ones, though. I really am. Because the color story and not knowing what exactly is this going to look like. Sweeping in between, well, not in between, but back and forth where the two shades meet. And that's what that looks like. This look is going to be dark. I did receive, oh, you'll have seen it by now. I did receive my Inglot gel liner, the green one that I ordered from Amazon. And I think we might use it for this look because it is kind of like a bright green, not bright like this, but I think it's bright enough to show up against like this shade right here and the next shade that we're going to put next to it. And so I am excited to use that. And this is nice. This is just so easy. We're tapping up here. We're not going to put a shadow up here under our brow unless we want to just like put that there and see, but I think that'll be a little bit too loud to put under there. Oh, lower lash line, MAC Color Excess, the shadow, well, the name of it is Stage 5 Clinger. And on our inner rims, upper and lower, we have Sephora retractable 12-hour eyeliner. Excuse me for that. And this is matte terracotta. So that's on the upper and lower rims. So excuse me for that. I don't know what I thought I had said. I'm so used to saying stuff backwards after time that even if I don't say something backwards, sometimes I'm like, what'd I say? Did I make sense? So today we're only putting 3 shades on the lid, not the whole, not 4 or, you know, going crazy. Because I really just wanted to use the shades that we hadn't used before. And I should have taken this one further over. And we can still go back and do that. But let's get the third, excuse me, shadow on and see what it's looking like before we go back and make changes. Tapping off that shadow, Muck and Mire, there's a lot of tap off, but I did sweep it aggressively because I am just like super excited. Now we're going to, this was a 230 Fenty brush. This is hourglass number 3. We're going to take another hourglass number 3 and we're going to go into Peat Moss. This one right here. This one we didn't use before and I was confused. Like, did we use this one? Was it this one? I was just so excited and putting stuff on. There is fallout with these when you tap off, but it's not an issue. Just tap off. You know what I mean? So it's not an issue for me. Here I go again, messing up my wing. And I don't know why I think it's funny. Because it goes with the messiness of whatever it is I think I'm trying to do. And y'all know usually I end up liking my looks anyway. And if I do mess them up, it's like, oh well, because it's only just makeup. So it's like I do want my looks to be pleasing to look at. At the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, I gotta wash it off, or I'm not going to show anybody this look, because it's just makeup. And so just having fun with it. And to me, it's going to sound funny. To me, when I do mess up something or I get overzealous, to me it is funny in a way, because I know some people will be like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, whatevs. I am sweating. Y'all, these lights right here. My face has been done for about 2 hours. A new episode of Raising Kanan, part of the Power series on Hulu, aired today. And I keep telling myself I'm gonna wait till the whole season's over and then just watch them all. But then when I see it's a new one, I'm like, oh. And so I watched that as I was eating spaghetti, made a mess. And so this indoor shirt that I'm wearing right now, it has foundation stains on it. It has spaghetti sauce stains on it. So this is actually just going to go in the trash. And the pocket is starting to rip. Like my indoor shirts, are very well loved. And this one is ready to go. So yeah, and that is okay. So we're sweeping in between lightly where the two meet. These all just go. I'm going to go back. The brush that had on Muck and Mire, we're not adding more shadow. We're just going to sweep over. Because I was going to say they're blending well, but then it looks like something's going on like right here. Yeah, like right here it looks like I'm tapping into Muck and Mire very lightly. There is a lot of tap off, so if that bothers you, just know that. Oh, that looks better. This side looks fine, so we're just going to sweep over. We're not adding shadow on the brush. I do want something up top because there's a lot of blank space right here. So I may just take a brush with no shadow on it. And, what's the word? Put that there. We're going to go back to this shade. That first shade we put on, which is Wetlands Willow. And we're going to sweep this over more. So that's what we're doing with this one. I'm excited that the second clip was only like 10 minutes. So I'm working on getting faster. I just need to stop talking so much. And this one should be fairly quick too, because this palette is super easy. I mean, you see how the shadows do just go on, just tap off before you put it on your lid. And there is like a lot of tap off on my microfiber cloth down here. So this is, yo, that shade, I like that. I'm gonna have to do this all over the lid one day because this is really nice. I am sweating. Oh, I should have turned my thermostat down before I started. So we're going to take my brush that's hidden under the paper here. The stuff is just moving. This is a Fenty 220, and we're going to go in the Swamp Flower. And that's going to go on our lower lash line. I'm excited about this shade. I didn't want to put a dark color under here, even though I still think that it would have showed up and added some contrast under here. But that's where I'll put in that one. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice against the gel liner that was under here. I'm coming up right under my lash line. I'm trying to be careful so that the shadow doesn't puff up into my eye, but I am like right up under the lash line. And that's why I chose, you can't see it. That's why I chose this brush, because it's pointed and my skin tone isn't helping. It is a point to this brush. And that's why I chose it to put this under my lower lash line, because I can just get right under my lower lash line. And if I want to go wider, I can just turn it sideways, but we're not doing that for this video. I do want something, excuse me for smacking, for all of this space up here. But I don't quite know what to do, because we could tap this up here. This I think will be too shiny. And if we're going to use a brow arch, I would use this shade that we're using right here. So with the point on here, I am just really coming right up under the lash line and blowing it down just a little bit. So we're going to take Scott Barnes number 62 brush. First of all, we're going to take this brush. This is an Esom V31, and not adding shadow. We're just going to go in small circular motions on the line and see what kind of blend we can get just by moving this shadow up a little bit without adding more shadow on the brush. I'm doing over here last because I don't want the dark to travel too far, because I am liking how this is looking right here, these two shades. So we're going in circular motions upward on the line just to move those two shades, just to see. Oh, that looks better, but it's still a lot of space for me. I have started noticing that I like when I bring the first shade up to my brow bone, because then I don't need to highlight, or how you see all this space here and all this space here is not spaced all the way in. And so I realized a while ago that I do like taking this color, this inner corner color, all the way up, at least to like right here. And I do like that. But I still want to do something over here, this space. So we are going to take that other shade, and we could actually leave it, because for people who use concealer to outline their brows, I think that's kind of what this would look like, but I don't want it to look like that because I know it looks like my skin. And it may make sense just to leave it like that, but I don't want to leave it like that. We're going to take the brush that had that outer corner shade on it. We're not adding more on the brush. This looks a little more rounded. This looks a little more straight right here. So we're just going to sweep right here just to bring that color up a little bit. We did not add more on the brush. So it's just whatever's in here, we're just working it out of there. And so now you see less space, which kind of mimics this side, which is what we wanted to do. So now we're going to take, where did I was going to say, where's the brush? It's over here. We're going to tap lightly into this one, which is Fungal Fawn. And we are just going to tap and press, because if I just tap it, these shadows are powdery. If I just tap it, it's going to puff up a lot. So we're just kind of tapping and swirling very gently. Ooh, and we're tapping off, and it's a lot. So we're just going to bring this right up here in this blank space. And that's what we're going to do with that. Ooh, yeah. Excuse me and my burnt looking Rudolph nose. I was going to say a video that I think I'm going to do, but I'm going to save it. I like, ooh, look at that blend. Look at that blend. And it was blended. So the key for me is blending before I do my brow bone shade, depending on the colors. So that is it for the palette. So we ended up using 5 shades instead of 4. We are going to put on the green. This came today. And we're going to see what it looks like. It's looking like there's shadow missing right here. Why is that looking brown? Like right here, this is strange. Like here, you know, I'm missing shadow right here. Because why is this looking brown right there? We're going to take that brush that had that outer corner shadow. You know, I need to put some more in the brush. I'm looking at this like, why? That's strange. So that was Peat Moss. I tap lightly. And why is this looking tan right here? That is so weird. I tapped the tip of the brush in. Why is I don't know. I tapped in, I didn't tap off. And so we're just swiping. I don't know why. I'm still using a Fenty primer, which it keeps telling me it's done, and I keep saying, no, you're not. So I may have just missed the patch, and I really do think that that's what it is, because I don't ever have any problems with these before. So we're going to open this up. It does come with the aluminum over the lid. That's what it looks like. We're going to put this on using a brush that we shall not name, and I am going to declutter both of those left. Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, hella thick Fenty mascara. We're going to put on Sephora Cream Lip Stain Liquid Lipstick, shade number 52, dark purple. So this is the look that the lip we're gonna do today. So when we come back, everything will be done. So this is what we have, y'all. The look is done. I am excited about it. I do want the lower lash line a little bit darker, but this is what we did. I am definitely going to be doing more looks with this palette. Oh, I'm loving it. I do want this all over the lid. I want this all over the lid. I want this all over the lid. These shades, these are rich. This is really nice and bright. This is nice for, you know, blending out or brow bone for me. And this one goes on really nice as well. This is the Notoriously Morbid equivalent to Natasha Denona Yucca palette, because it's that swamp water. It's that swamp water. But this has those brights, these two brights in this one. But anyway, we're gonna go, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do a bonus look. We're gonna do a look with Mothman. So this will be the 4 Notoriously Morbid palettes that I have that we're using for this video. So I'm gonna go, and you'll see me in a moment with that look. January 28th, we're starting with Sugar Cookie Chapstick. We are going to chop the hell out of this clip because I think we're almost at 45 minutes. And this clip is going to be, hopefully I just won't confuse myself, because we're pairing Mothman. Oh, where's the lid? Y'all know I gotta do it. Y'all know I gotta do it. Beans and booty. I'm still laughing. Someone commented and said the booty crack Mothman palette. I'm like, not the booty crack. But yeah, we got the booty crack, but we got beans on the front. So we're pairing that with some kind of haunted. I was going to pair Mothman with something else, and then I saw that there were 3 shades out of here that we had not used. And so we're going to use the ones we haven't used. So then we can say we have used every shade in here at least once. And for Bog Witch, we've used all the shades. And for the Polter-Guys, we've used all the shades. So we're chopping this up because we're going to go back and forth. And I'm sleep deprived. I got up earlier than usual because there was a Zoom meeting. And anyway, I'm not convinced that I won't confuse myself if I do one eye on film and then the other eye off. And so I'm turning this because almost everything in here, this is a matte, this is a matte. Everything else is either a dual chrome or a multi-chrome. And that is why this palette excites me, is because I don't know what the shadow is going to look like. I do have a printout of what the shades say they're described as, but if you've been here, you know that I don't swatch out shadows before I use them. And so we put them on, and it's just like, okay, what we got is what we got. So hopefully you saw some of the shifts. And I have notes here. I have brushes pulled out. So we're going to just jump in. Eyes are primed, face is done. I used the Hourglass Tiger palette today. Lower lash line, we have NYX retractable eyeliner in gray. And for upper and lower inner rims, we have Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, waterproof, and this is matte black. Sprayed the Face Scandinavia. Did I say we used a Tiger palette already? Yeah, and we used the Esom thing. But let's get into it because, oh yeah. So some kind of haunted. Whoop, shoot, let me slow down since I'm going to be chopping this up. Because I'm rushing and I'm dropping stuff and confusing my damn self. So we're going to take Otherworldly, which is this shade here. This is going to be another green look. I know. Otherworldly is this one. We haven't used it yet. This is going to go... I need more space. Damn. I didn't plan this out too well. Some stuff I did and some I didn't. So Otherworldly, this one... I want to say this is a dual chrome too, but we're going to find out what's going to happen. So we're going to put this on the first portion of the lid. These brushes we're using for the most part are Esom V27 brushes, just a short, dense yet soft shader brush. We're going to go into Mothman and we're going to take, I was calling it, I'm seeing this shade right here. This is what I'm seeing, even deeper green, but when I hold it up, it's this shade. I was calling it phenomenon. It's not. It's phenomenon nom. Yeah, nom. So we're going to take this one, and this is going to go on the second quarter of our lid. Ooh. It's a little bit deeper than Otherworldly. This is nice. We're overlapping these two shades. So we're going where the first shade is and just pulling over to further the blend, even though they are. Oh yeah, you can see the shift from that second shade. Ooh, pretty. Oh, we're still in this palette. We're going to take Goth Moth. And this is what I see. No. So it's right here and then it's not. Look at, oh. So that's going to go on the third portion of the lid. This palette, y'all, excites me. Booty crack excites me. And it's a very green look, which y'all know I like green because it's swampy. It can be, ooh, can be swampy. Let me shut up so I can edit. We're going back to the brush with this shade on it, and we're just feathering up here just to bring it a little higher up. From Some Kind of Haunted, we're going to take Shadow Figure, and that's going to go on the outer portion of the lid, right here. These two are Makeup Forever 220 brushes. We're going to go into Premonition from Mothman, this shade here. This one is more straightforward than some of the other shifts. This shade here. That's going to go on the first half of the lower lash line. So we're just pressing it in close to the lash line. From Some Kind of Haunted, we're going to take Disemboweled, and that's going to go in the second half of our lower lash line. And we are going to, shit, I messed up. I didn't mean to make it, oh, I thought I made it too thick, but it seems to be working. From Mothman, we're going to take Glowing Peaks, and we're going to use this as a brow arch highlight. I don't remember what this looks like, but we're going to find out right now. We're going to just put this right here. It does seem to have a pink tint to it. Yeah, I see the pink tint here, but as I come over here, I don't. But I do see it here, and it may just be the way the light is bending off of the puffiness I got going on. We're going to take MAC's Uninterrupted, even though it's not original to the palette, and we're going to just tap in lightly, and we're going to buff under here. This is going to smoke it out even more and probably make it look a little more grungy under here. Oh, I like that. This side is already tearing. So I'm going to start over here and then do the inside. And also not adding any additional shadow on here. We're going to use this same brush just to blend the brow bone shade with the lid shades. So that is it for the palettes, y'all. We're going to figure out an eyeliner. I'm thinking purple, but is it going to be deep enough to show up? You know what? I think I'm going to use face. I'm going to figure out eyeliner. Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, Hella Thick Fenty Mascara. And we're going to figure out a lip and then we'll be back. This is what we have, y'all, and I am just so friggin' excited. Okay, so for upper lash line, we use MAC's Fluid Line and Macro Violet, which does not show up much on the upper lash line, but it does show out some on the outer corner, and I'm loving how the lower lash line and all of that is just going together. For lips, because we haven't used it in a long time, excuse me for that, this is from Martine Cosmetics, and this is Eleanor, and on top of it, because we're doing all the dual chrome, multi-chrome stuff with the eyes, right, we put from Notoriously Morbid their liquid lipstick, I'm Liking Your Style, on top of it. So if the lips are looking different colors, maybe not, then that's why, because we paired these two together. I am really liking, I'm Liking Your Style. Like, seriously, I should hold it this way so you can see the green from Eleanor. So what I'm loving about this eye look, first of all, beans and booty. This palette excites the hell out of me. It really does. And so every time I use this, I'm always just like, yes. And pairing it with Some Kind of Haunted, I think that was a good idea as well. And we did use this the shades that we had not used before, and I do like how the look came together. And even though it's still green, I can see some of the purple shifts, or what appears to be a purple shift in the lip color. Sometimes I get a hint of it, but what I'm liking about this look is, looking at it, I see green, I see like a tannish, and I see a little bit of green here, and I see, you know, purple, whatever this is. But then when I turn, you see how this gold right here, or whatever shade that is, when you turn, look at that, and then you see more of the purple, looks more purple. This still looks greenish though, and we do have two different greens right here. So I am really liking that. And so even here you see the green, and then you still see a green, but then when you turn, it's kind of golden. And so you do see the shifts. And we're going to go. Thank you for bearing with me through this. I know this video, as most of my videos, are hella long. I am super excited. We've done 4 palettes, 4 looks. Let me know what you think. If you're interested in any of the Notoriously Morbid, if you like swamp water, I do recommend Bog Witch, the green one. And of course, beans and booty, Mothman. Oh my gosh. And I am glad that we did pair it with some kind of haunted to keep it in the Notoriously Morbid family, because you can pair Mothman with anything because it's all multi-chrome and dual chrome except for 2 of the shades are matte. But even pairing it with this, like, it's more, to me, bang for your buck with these shades. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. New subscribers, I see you. I appreciate you. My oldies but goodies, I appreciate you as well. Like, share. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do this. Thumbs up the video. Join if you're interested in that. Lots of links below. We're going to go. Thank you, and you will see me soon. As always, almost forgot. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.